Destiny Swap Reversal Decree by Solara. Please note, only do decree work if you are truly ready to undertake the warfare that sometimes will ensue as a result of your refusal to be coerced, dominated, or stolen from. You are upsetting the status quo, and sometimes those energies that have liked you being in a state of conflict, in a state of enslavement, in a state of being bound, do not want to relinquish you into your true power as easily. So please be aware. This is part and parcel of getting your power and your sovereignty back, but it always bears repeating and a reminder. So here goes. I give nobody and nothing and no one permission to overwrite my destiny and divine coding. Everything, everybody, every group, and everyone that has done work to steal my destiny, swap out my karma for theirs, or manipulate my path are now being put on blast and notice. Let it be known that I do not consent in any way, shape, form, or representation, not in any realm, timeline, reality, or dimension, to anyone, anybody, any group, or anything tampering with my true electromagnetic settings that support my source code blueprints and all the resources, codes, gifts, powers, and access that my unique soul code provides me. I rescind any way I have given access to anyone, anybody, any group, or anything to access me, my energy field, my portals, my nodes, and my resources. I revoke any and all consent ever given across time, space, realities, timelines, and dimensions, and I take back my place as being sole author, progenitor, executor, and director over my own electromagnetic settings, foundations, matrices, energy body, gifts, talents, access, and all resources made available to me because of my unique soul print and soul code. All things that other beings have bought, traded, stolen, and siphoned through any and all harvesting, destiny swapping initiatives, and ancestral grids must now be seized and returned to me in full, cleansed, cleared, and restored to the rightful order for integration into my fields. Any integrations I am not yet ready for of my own resources and codes must be sent to storehouses under my sole authority that no other beings, forms, or consciousnesses can access without my conscious and conscientious consent. Any codes and resources belonging to others that they have placed in my fields through transference must now return to them too, cleansed of my energy and all protections, ready to reintegrate into their fields and realities and true timelines. Any retaliatory actions against my taking back what belongs to me results in instant restitution with interest sevenfold, as universal law dictates for such thievery. I prosecute every offender and trespasser into my fields and resources with the highest degree of sentencing that is available based upon the crimes they have committed, both the ones I know of as well as the ones I may not have full awareness about. When any of these offenders seek to violate me or retaliate against this order, it also sets off retribution for every other being they have stolen from and enacted crimes against. Every attempt to delay the justice process or attempts to prolong the return of all my wares, rights, access, codes, portals, gifts, powers, and resources is seen as a direct violation against what I have decreed and declared over myself as a sovereign being reinforcing true universal law. These violations incur more debt and consequences for the ones perpetuating. I command extra expedition for every attempt at delaying and redirecting my justice, both in the present and retroactively, for every time my path has been blocked or thwarted. I do not consent to any delaying tactics or any way in which my justice can be drawn out anymore. I overwrite all attempts to loophole or go through back doors. I overwrite any and all attempts to use wormholes and alternate timeline and dimensional technologies to overwrite what I have stated. I nullify and void every and any contract, vow, oath, or pledge that has ever granted permission to overwrite my sole authority over my path. Any conservatorships and inheritances of my legacy codes are invalid, and any attempts to usurp my sovereign will over self cannot be implemented, accepted, or carried through. I deactivate all dates, times, portals, and locations utilized to empower the grids, gatekeepers, and anchors set up to harvest, deplete, and block me. Every time release mechanism that keeps certain spells, blocks, and gates active to siphon, redirect, or push me off my true course are now invalidated and shut down. Every loophole and redirection mechanism put into place to siphon my energy, timelines, life force, and resources to another or others is shut down and incapacitated irrevocably. Every frequency barrier or gate to keep pushing me back into alternate lower timelines, realities, and experiences is deactivated, and the protectors of those gates removed and stripped of any false authority they were granted over my path and movements. Every entity that has been used to keep me in fear, guilt, shame, and lower emotional resonances is stripped from their right to harvest me or disturb my peace in any way moving forward. All codes and information they held to enact these disturbances are stripped, and any access attained is rescinded. All wisdom, codes, keys, and commands stolen must be returned to their rightful holders and creators. Those who have used mental magic and technologies to disturb, enslave, or keep me in holding patterns must now have their memories wiped from all the knowledge that was used to enact such crimes against me. Any and all my memories, codes, dreams, and magic that has been siphoned, stolen, blocked, or veiled must now be liberated fully into my command and sole authority. Any beings that this information has been distributed to or shared with must be stripped, and all that they have taken of mine must be returned to me, cleansed, cleared, and ready for integration into my fields. This includes all parts of me sold, bought, and traded through spiritual black markets across all time, space, realities, and dimensions. All holographic overlays, symbols, codes, and sigils placed in my energy and Akashic fields to connect me to grids, timelines, realities, and dimensional experiences that are out of alignment with my true source code identity and purpose must be removed and placed in the fields of those who created, traded, ordered, benefited from, or requested for these items and technologies to be installed. Always my energy field was programmed to accept such foreign commands and tools must now be cleared across planes, realities, dimensions, and timelines. No representation of my consciousness in all of existence will carry the command of anything or anyone outside of me in alignment with my true source codes. All technologies, infrastructures, systems, tools, and codes that are in violation of my true source code, that infringe upon my autonomy and authority over self, or seek to access, siphon, or redirect my resources, properties, and assets are dismantled, destroyed, and the karmic bill presented in full to the creators, pushers, enforcers, purchasers, and beneficiaries of said creations. All beings who have benefited from siphoning and redirecting my resources to them are stripped and barred access from me on all planes and in all realities, dimensions, and timelines. They are reimbursed with the true coding befitting of the spiritual crimes they have chosen to partake in while ritually murdering others in the spirit, and they are sent to the places and timelines they belong in with accordance to their true soul's net worth. I absolutely refuse to fund, finance, supply, or support any other being's soul contracts and expansions. Those resources are reserved solely for me, my soul contracts, and for my true legacy holders. This decree is a declaration and a command. I do not ask for what is mine to be returned. I command for it to be done now. I call back all my energy, power, and access from people, ancestors, entities, forms, and their funneling systems and traditions. I divorce myself from every bloodline, relative, or being that has bound me to them, or places, timelines, and realities that don't match my true organic source code truth and divine frequency. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is.